Hello guys, this is UniversalGiant and welcome back for more of Let's Play Pokémon SoulSilver. Last time we made our way to Goldenrod City, the largest city in Johto, and today we're going to explore everything it has to offer. Like, the one thing the city's probably most known for, the Goldenrod department store. But remember when I said Mom would go buy us stuff with our money? Here's some stuff she bought for us! Most of the time she's only going to give us berries that weaken certain type of super effective attacks. Like the Pasho berries here weaken a super effective water type attack. Again, one of those really strategic items, I don't usually use them. But they can make for pretty interesting battle strategies. Raring to shop. I don't think we have enough money to actually buy much of anything here. There are a couple of things down in the basement I'd like to collect first, though. So let's head down there real quick. This is the only way you can get into the basement right now. Hey, it's a Machoke! Talk to the dude. If the Machoke is close enough to him, he'll move the blue crate out of the way for you, and reveal items for you to pick up, like the Ultra Ball, which is even better than the Great Ball. And a hidden item I was just randomly trying to find but didn't expect to actually be a hidden item. Interesting. Can't get in there, though. I want that item in there. I think I know what that is, and I really, really want it. Good old Machokes. The evolved form of Machop. We haven't actually seen one in battle yet. And another Ether. Come on, move over here so you can talk to the Machoke. Buddy. Come on, move this way, buddy. Come on. Can I talk to you over here and have you move the Machoke? Nope. Okay, tell you what, I'll stand over here so you can't move anywhere else. That's how the RPGs do it. You have to stand in the way of the NPCs to get them to move where you want them to. So let's head back up and explore the rest of the shop and see what other things we can buy. I really don't think we have that much money. We've already been to the first floor. Why don't we go to the 6th floor and work our way down? I usually do it the other way around because the most interesting stuff is... well, the most important stuff is on the lower floors, as you'd expect. The Daily Drawing Corner. That sounds like fun. Saturday's prizes, TM62, a timer ball, or a berry. I want all of those things! Now you can do this, I believe you can do it any amount of times during the day you want. I think 5% of the time you'll get the first place prize, 30% would be the second, and the remainder would be the third place prize. So if you really want a TM, you can just save and repeatedly reset until you get what you want, or you can just waste the money for it. Let's see what we get. The number 2 prize! Awesome, a timer ball. I forget how long it is before we can actually buy these, if at all. But it's a special type of Pokeball that increases in its ability to catch the longer you go in battle. I believe the highest catch rate you get out of this thing is after turn 20 or so. So if you're in a really long battle with a legendary or something, the timer balls can eventually come in handy. Buena's password on the radio. Well, I don't actually have a radio yet. It'd be really helpful to get one of those, though. Vending machines! The source of some of the cheapest healing items in the game, especially lemonade, which heals 80 HP. I think freshwater's 50, soda pop is 60. Lemonades are really nice, the only thing is you can buy no more than one at a time. And since I don't really have that much money, I don't want to waste it on healing items, but it's a really nice place to go if you want some cheap heals. It just takes a while. A lady comes to check Pokemon on Sundays. I guess we'll have to come back tomorrow because today's Saturday. And this is where you can trade your Drowsy for a Machop. I don't think we could catch one by this point. Really helpful to have a fighting type for the next gym, so if you're looking for one to use, go for it. Now this guy over here on the 5th floor will sell special TMs. Some of them you can get at other times, but are more helpful to have on others, like Flash, if you taught it to someone that you never really want to use again. this is where you can pick it up. I believe this is Protect, TM17. You can use it to shield yourself from an attack, but after you use it the first time, it decreases in effectiveness 50% each time you use it in succession. TM54 False Swipe, base 40, will always leave the opposing Pokemon with at least 1 HP. Very useful if you're trying to catch something. But you have to be using it with Pokemon strong enough to actually do it damage, because this is a fairly weak attack. TM83, I think this is some kind of power, secret power. Although I think secret power is based on the environment. I'll put the name of it on the bottom of the screen. But its attack depends on the kind of berry you're holding, and when the Pokemon uses this attack, it also uses the berry, so be careful. TM16 and TM33 are Light Screen and Reflect. I explained both of those already. Now this is where you get the really interesting TMs. TM22 Solar Beam, very powerful Grass-type move, but it takes a turn to charge. TM52 is Focus Blast. Very powerful fighting-type move, although it's only 70% accurate. It's also specially based. Not many fighting-type moves are. TM25 is Thunder, powerful electric-type attack, misses 30% of the time. TM38 Fire Blast, very powerful fire move, only misses 15% of the time. TM14 Blizzard, very powerful ice move, misses 30% of the time. And TM15 is Hyper Beam, very powerful normal type move, but after being used, requires the user to recharge for a turn. I'll come back to pick up some of these TMs when I have the money for them. So let's head down to the 4th floor. I also like how they changed the design of all of these areas. They changed the color of each floor. Very nice detail. Yeah, there are a couple of Pokemon that only evolve when you trade them. Kadabra's one of them, the evolved form of Abra that we ran into earlier. This is where you can pick up vitamins for your Pokemon, which raise their EVs. I'll explain those a little bit later. And if I pick them up on the overworld, I'll probably be using them, but they sell for a lot of money here, as you can see. Not only do they raise your Pokemon's stats, but they also raise their happiness a little bit, too. Again, more things I'll be explaining later when they become more relevant. And this is where we can buy some battle items on the 3rd floor. So let's head over the counter and see what they have to offer. X Speed, X Attack, Guard Spec, X Defend, Dire Hit, X Accuracy. You can read what they do if you want to. Most of them should be pretty self-explanatory. As long as we're here, I do remember that I have one I'd like to sell off. So, there's no reason not to get the money for it. While I'm thinking about it. And when we head down to the 2nd floor, we'll eventually get to the items that we pretty much expect from Pokemarts at this point. I was really hoping I would have more money by now. I forget just how much Mom actually takes from you. You wouldn't think a quarter of your money would be that much, but it is. There are a couple of really nice healing items you can get here, like Revives. I'm really tempted to waste some money buying a few of these, but I just don't have enough for it yet. Hyper Potions restore 200 HP, Max Potions fully restore your Pokemon's health. Pretty overpowered for this point. Unnecessary. Full Heals will take away any sort of status problems your Pokemon has, even if it has more than one. Like if it's poisoned and confused, Full Heal will heal off both of those. I don't know if it affects Infatuation or the others, but here we can find some more Pokeballs and stuff, including the Ultra Balls. We picked up one of those in the basement. Pokédoll lets you flee from battle whenever you want to. I believe you lose it if you use it. I'm not entirely sure. I've never bothered trying. More repels, more mail. Completely useless. So let's head back down to the ground floor. Did we ever talk to you over here? I don't think we did. I think we just headed straight for the... Yeah, we did talk to you. Okay. We've spent 10 minutes shopping without actually buying anything. I think we sold more things than we bought. And the game tends to lag because there's just so much stuff around here at Goldenrod City. Very tough to remember where anything is. Who's in this house? Stop moving so I can talk to you. Your big brother, Bill? I remember him from the first generation. Looks like he's not here, though. He's somewhere else. What about this flashy building here? Goldenrod City Game Corner. Just listen to this music. It's so exciting and awesome. Mr. Game. Mr. Game & Watch? Coin game? Sure, I'll play your coin game, but not yet. If you talk to him, he'll give you the coin case, which will allow you to play this silly little game that most people aren't a big fan of, but I'm one of the people who are. Now, the only thing about it is that there is quite a lot about it I want to explain, so I'll probably do that in a bonus episode next time. I'll save it for a different video in case people aren't interested in that stuff. But if you spend enough time to accumulate coins, you can either buy Pokémon here, or you can talk to the guy on the right and buy more interesting stuff, like technical machines, including some really, really nice stuff, especially Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, and Flamethrower. But 10,000 coins will take you a few hours to accumulate, so you'll get these TMs later on if you want, but it won't be for a very long while. So if you really want them right now, you can dedicate the time to do it. They also have some interesting pulled items here, if you want to buy those. But for the most part, it's probably not worth it. You just want to get on with the game, fight Pokemon, raise them and stuff. So I imagine that game isn't really for most people, and you don't buy a Pokemon game just so you can sit in the game corner and play Voltorb Flip. What else is there around here? Van dressed up like a Team Rocket member. That is silly. Johto Kanto Magnet Train Line, Goldenrod City Station. Let's take the green train! Oh, the train hasn't come in yet. Yes, that's the perfect strategy. Just carry the passengers on your back. Oh, I was kind of hoping it would. What do you think about that, Duster? Come on! My Pokemon wants to ride the train! Never mind. Keep large Pokemon out of the station. But how are they supposed to travel with me if I just keep them out here? Hey, who's this? They built a new radio tower to replace the old one. Wait, you look like a member of Team Rocket. Why are you interested in the radio tower here? I'll check that out after we go over to the left here. This wasn't in the original Gold and Silver. This is the global terminal where you can trade with other players over Wi-Fi and stuff. I've never bothered with this because I usually like to keep to myself when it comes to these sorts of games. Let's check out the radio tower. Now, this is another interesting place, the lottery corner. Every day they'll come up with a different ID, and whether or not it matches certain numbers in your own, you could win really, really nice stuff here. So let's see, the number today is 29942. Does it match my IDs? Nope. You can enhance your chances of winning this if you trade with a lot of people and get a number of different trainer IDs. I usually have one. I'll be checking back here daily whenever I remember to, and if I get some really nice stuff from here, I'll let you know. But just to give you an idea, you're much more likely to find a shiny than you are to win the first place prize for this. So don't get your hopes up. Whitney? Quiz to win a radio card. You want to take part in a quiz, Duster? I think he does. Let's go for it. A special quiz. Now this is actually required because Whitney's not going to go where she has to progress the game if you don't do this. When you load it into the Pokebeer, be able to listen to the radio, that sounds like something that I really want. Can you check the town map with the Pokegear? I've done it before, sure you can. Nidorina can only be female, that's correct, because she evolves from the female Nidoran. Kurt does not use apricots, he uses apricorns. Yes, it is impossible to use a TM on Magikarp, that's why it sucks. And only one more question! No, Marie is not Professor Oak's partner. How would I know that if I don't have a radio card? I'm not sure. Maybe you're supposed to ask the guys to the right over there. But we can now listen to the radio on the Pokegear. It's a function I don't see many people actually use. But now that we actually have the radio card, Whitney's going to go back to the gym. We wouldn't have been able to get there before we did this. Let's see what you guys have to say. Mary from Pokemon Talk. Ben's a fabulous DJ. You know what? Let's check out the radio as long as we're here. Now, you can search around for radio channels by just moving the cursor around the globe if you want, or you can click the buttons on the side. Oh, so since today's Saturday, Ben's playing the lullaby music. If we play this outside and we walk around in grass or inside a cave, Pokemon are slightly less likely to run into you. But you have to reset to this music every time you get into a battle. Probably not worth it. Snap? You're always watching me? That sounds a little bit stalkish, doesn't it? I don't think I've heard this music before. It sounds like I want to say bass line, but it's like the music that you hear in the background of the gyms. Interesting. The Pokemon Search Party! You weren't able to find any unknown. That's because you weren't searching in the ruins of Alph, silly. Mary and Oak. What does Professor Oak have to say? We met him before. Goldeen may be seen around Mount Mortar. Very interesting! If you're unsure of where to find certain types of Pokemon and are too lazy to look into the Pokedex to see where they are, you can just wait around until Professor Oak tells you. I believe this is also where you can figure out if a certain type of Pokemon is swarming later on in the game, but I'll explain that when it becomes relevant as well. Is there anything around here that isn't the 4 stations that these guys gave us? Nope, I guess not. So let's explore the rest of the radio tower that we can explore. I see a Jigglypuff! Well, that makes sense. They're all sleepy. Jigglypuff, every Japanese player's favorite Pokemon. Blue card points. Hi, Buena! No, I don't. I couldn't find it. Now, if I can figure out how and when to tune into Buena's password, I'll try to make that a daily routine as well. If you listen to the radio show at certain times, you can pick up a password and redeem your blue card points here. I've never actually checked what prizes you get from doing that, though. Can we go any higher up in the radio tower? I want to explore the rest of this place. Images? Oh yeah, that's what they have a TV for. Oh, only authorized personnel. Something wrong with the director. Well, this certainly doesn't seem like it's going to influence future events at all. Nope! So let's head back out of here and explore the rest of Goldenrod City. There's still a couple of things that we can check out here, too.